Hello again, this is the course of Information System Development, and I'm going to continue with the next video, which is related with the AJAX and CRUD function. Last video we already did the create, so we learned how to create a new post. It's similar with what we already did on the chapter before the mid exam, but now we are just using the AJAX and we are using the JavaScript to access data. After we create some data, so I would like to teach you how can we edit. Okay, so we already learned this stuff. I guess, yeah, is now, yeah, I can go to the next one, which is about update. The same with the example that you already have before. I'm going to make two new function in the backend. So this should be in the view script. Okay, yeah, I have the edit and then I have update. I will create a new HTML file, which is the p_edit, and whenever I get an ID, okay, because when you connect to one data, you need to get the ID, and then after you have the ID, you will do the context according to that data, and you will edit. The same with the update. Yeah, so it is yeah, basically they are the same. You have the post and you have the post to check what ID is now you are accessing. If you are using the edit function, you just use the context, which is the result from the database will appear in the post. But in this update, it means you want to save into the database. Okay, so after you are doing the edit means you will want to find, or yeah, maybe edit is not the same, the good word. So you need to change to search. Okay, so if you find, show it. And the update means you want to modify, save it. Okay, so that's why we need to understand the post and the concept of the element of the HTML. So we have title and contents, and after we put this into two variables, just post.save, and yeah, all the things will be saved, and we will go back to the index. Okay, if you already have the functions, don't forget to put the paths. Okay, this path will be helpful when you are accessing those two from the AJAX. It's more secure, I guess, and yeah, it's flexible. Now this edit requires one integer ID, and then when you are going to update this one, you are going to access also one ID. So there are two distinct names, which is first is edit and the other is update. Now you're going to make one new HTML file, which is p_edit. So I will make this here, I guess, p_edit. So I make a new HTML file, p_edit.html, of course. So you can just paste this one, and this is the p_edit.html in the folder template CRUD. Okay, yeah, in the folder template CRUD. So after you have the edit, you will have another, which is the code related to the JavaScript. So in the JavaScript, as I mentioned to you, there are two. Okay, the first is just search. Okay, not edit. Maybe, yeah, the name is edit, but actually the function is to search. After you find, you want to do something, so you want to modify the data, and after you finish, you save. Okay, So in this case, there are two functions. So you need to put in the edit and the update. So this code, you can put it on the edit section. It's the fuse group. Okay. So this one is already. So I'm making this in the JavaScript. So I put this one, edit. Okay. So when you click document, you can edit something. So for example, the ID of this, if it is the name, then yeah, you can edit it. So the Windows location is edit with kind of ID that you get from this name. Okay. So the edit has only a very short syntax, but what about the update? Okay. So I will copy this one into the update. Yeah. Okay, I will go back here later. Okay. Okay, so let's see. If you want to update, okay, how can you do this one with update? Okay, I want to edit. Yep. After you edit, you will show the data in a new form, and then maybe this is the fourth posting. This is the fourth posting, for example, and I will update it. Yes, you can see the fourth posting. This is the fourth posting. The idea is the same with the back end, but at the back end side, there is no such flexibility. So let's see what happened to this function. So in the AJAX, you want to click dot edit. It means you know one function about the editing, and once we edit this, I would like to get the ID. What is the ID? The so the dollar ID means something that will be related to the name. So if you are going to edit, then you want to update according to the name that you got. Okay. This is the name, I guess. If you are going to this, okay, what is the name? Yeah, the name should be PID. Okay, that's why when I make that function, okay, so the name will contain the PID, then that PID will be the information, or it will be the number that you post on the HTTP. Okay, so that's why you can see edit with $ID. So here, for example, I want to edit this one. Yeah, you can see edit with the ID 4. Okay, and the other thing that you need to know is about the update. Okay, in this update, when you click on update button, then the title and the content value will be inserted into these two variables. Okay, so the jQuery also provide you to make a new variable, and it checks whether those two are available or not. So you can put the title and you can put the content as you want. But of course, if it is blank, there will be a message error. There will be an error message. Okay. So if this condition is false, we go to the else. So in the else, I'm gathering the data. So the value of post ID, it is from the we are going to put into the p edit, okay? Because I've done the editing. As I mentioned to you, this is the result from the edit button. Now, if I want to do the update, it means it's only related to these two contents. And the post ID dot file will be extracted into this ID, and then I'm going to use the AJAX. So this AJAX, it will give you a link to this update element, and then you need to inform what is the ID. So using this one, it will go to the defined link, and then yeah, you can maybe modify or something. So the type is post, and the data is title, content, and this token. Okay, so this token is one of the important data. You cannot see it, but there is a key. And if everything is it goes well, then you can just have the success function, then yeah, the alert is updated. The next one is about the delete. You know that every kind of information system, there should be at least yeah, the common words. Okay, so these common words are available also. This kind of delete or create and update, yeah, it's just common word in the information system. So I'm going to make that one in the view script. So you already have create, edit, update. Yeah, it should be like such. Okay. So I have delete, and yeah, there is one more parameter ID. So there are three of them. They use the ID, and the delete is just the same, almost the same with the edit. If you know what data that you want to delete, then you can just chop all the ID and then just run delete. And before we do the deletion, we need to make the well, I guess yeah, the last one is about the delete, and I need to open the URLs. This one, yeah. So the path that we use here is first to edit, and the other is to edit and update. But now we have one more path, which is about delete. So the delete means something that you want to delete from the database. After you have the all the things from the previous section, which is about the update, the edit, now you have to delete. You can use this one. And how can we put those JavaScript? It is in the script JavaScript, and there's one left, which is about delete. So let's see if I run for posting and, for example, and for example, update. Yes, it is updated. So you can see the symbol N. But now I don't want to see this one, so I just want to delete it. So delete. Yeah. Oh, very simple. There is no confirmation, and then it is suddenly deleted. So the idea is almost the same with the other AJAX. So we are pointing the document, and there are two things that we need to consider. First is the click itself, and the other we want to access the dot delete. So it means there is a built-in function about delete. And after you check the click and the delete, the ID is prepared because I want to get the attribute name from this object or from this page. So the AJAX here is just using the $.ajax, and the URL means if you are going to do some action, you can specify what is the URL name. And the type is post. The data, it contains the middleware token. So the input will be the name of the middleware token is very long, and we are going to just get the value. After we have the value, then it will be checked here, and if it is if the two ID are confirmed, then yeah, you can do more things. In the case of success, yeah, the first is to read. In the read before, we have the uh, some codes to list up the content from the database, and after you finish this one, then you can just delete. Okay, so yeah, I already give you the example how to delete the one element in this data. So you need to understand how the mechanism of this delete works. Yeah, as I mentioned to you, it contains all the click dot delete. Yeah, the dot delete is one of the uh, function, the DOM that we want to access. So if you check this one, the delete button. Yes, I do not put this. So we have edit and we have delete. Oh yeah, we don't have this kind of delete. Yeah, the case of delete is one what we want to do. Okay, so it means the delete will connect to the backend. Okay, and yeah, in this case the update is just based on the click, and the other is based on the dot edit. Okay, so you need to specify this dot edit or dot update or dot delete clearly in order to manage with some other things. Okay, so when you are deleting, I'm just making a very simple function like this one. And yeah, the important thing about the CSRF middleware token, yeah, it is one option only. Actually there are also another option, but for the simplicity, I guess, yeah, we can use this one. Okay, I guess that's all. We already learned about the CRUD system using the AJAX, and you already learned about the jQuery, and we learn how can the jQuery involved in the basic syntax of AJAX. So that's all, and I guess you learn many things from here. And yeah, if you have any issues or if you have any questions, just please feel free to let me know. Okay, see you on next video, and see you on the real-time class.